Welcome back to another episode of Extreme Warfare Revenge, WCW 2001, and we are here at our second pay-per-view of the year. We are in February 2001, and this is Superbrawl Revenge. I went through in the last episode what happened at Thunder for build-up to some of these matches, and we've got a few card fillers here, but all titles are on the line. I think all 6 titles in the company should always be on the line at every pay-per-view. So let's get straight into it. We're going to hold a fan festival beforehand. That's going to set us back $2 million, but we did make a profit last month. And we're going to kick things off by having Crowbar, who beat Brian Knobbs for a fight against Bigelow. He's going to beat Bigelow for the hardcore title in the first match. Then we've got a 4-way match between 4 highly rated cruiserweights. We've got Billy Kidman, who's going to retain his cruiserweight title over Chavo Guerrero, who he's feuding with, Shane Helms, and Corporal Cajun. Then we have got the TV title, no background to this, it should just be a good, solid mid-card match. We've got Rey Mysterio retaining his TV title over Shane Douglas. Now we've got a triangle match for the tag titles. It should just be a good match between 3 good tag teams. No history between them. We've got O'Hare and Palumbo, who are going to retain their titles in a 3-way match against the Mamalukes, Johnny the Bull and Big Vito, and also Misfits in Action, consisting of General Rection and Sergeant AWOL. Now, they were last minute replacements. I was going to stick Team Canada, Lance Storm and Jim Duggan in, but they refused to lose the match. And I thought, no, they're getting taken out. They can't call the shots like that. They're not Kevin Nash. They don't have creative control. So they've missed out on a pay-per-view match. This might seem a little early on in the show, but I thought all the other fights after it... I mean, I could have put the... Insiders and Totally Buff here instead, but there'd been more of a build up to that, so I thought Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes here. It's not going to be a high quality match, and like the Insiders and Totally Buff, I didn't want them back to back. I don't want, I want a bit of quality in the middle, so that's why Ric Flair is here. I think the fans will be really up to it. I don't think it's going to be a classic by all means, but Ric Flair's going to get a win by cheating over Dusty Rhodes. Then we've got the US title match, and Jeff Jarrett is going to retain his US title after getting a little help from Rick Steiner, who's going to come in, beat up Dustin Rhodes, and let Jarrett get the win. That keeps Rick Steiner's feud with Dustin Rhodes going, and I'm hoping they'll have a good match between them. Then we've got the Insiders are going to beat Totally Buff clean. No stipulations here. It should just be a good match. So, actually, no, it shouldn't be a good match, but the fans should like it. It's not quite ready to be ended for feud, so we'll see what happens after this. But I hope I've got a feeling fans might start resenting these 2 teams if it goes on much longer, so I'll have to carefully manage that. But Booker T and Kanyon, it was going to be lower in the card originally, but I thought, no, there's been a huge build-up. The fans are loving it. Why shouldn't they be higher up? And Booker T's going to win a Texas death match over Chris Kanyon. He's finally got his revenge after all these weeks of torment from Kanyon. And he's going to get his revenge here, and I think the fans will like that. Main event... I'm hoping the crowd will go absolutely wild. Scott Steiner is going to retain the World Championship over Sting. He's not going to do it cleanly. So that leaves a few unanswered questions, and it'll start this feud off very nicely, I think, because if he wins cleanly over Sting at this stage, it's going to kill Sting's heat. And the plan at the end is to have Sting possibly win the world title. So... we will see. Stay tuned for that one. But I think our highest score yet is 74%. I think we can better that now. Let's kick things off. 68%. Crowbar's a new hardcore champion. Mindbender, I'm not quite sure what that is, but that's what he did, and he won 1, 2, 3. A good solid cruiserweight match. The title has gained image, and it's a good showing from all 4 guys on a pay-per-view. Happy with that. Again, another good solid match. The WCW TV title has gained an image. Rey Mysterio retaining his title. I've got big plans for him. Pretty decent score, actually. I wasn't sure how a 3-way tag match was going to go down between 3 mid-card tag teams, but it went down well. The match quality was good. The crowd were fairly up for it. I think we've got Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes next, and just as I expected, bad match quality, crowd went mad, and a good overall rating. Let's have a look how this ended. Dusty Rhodes has a temper tantrum, kicking the ropes and punching the turnbuckles. Yeah, I think the fans are like that. There we go. He won by with a figure 4 leg lock. So he didn't win by cheating. He won cleanly over Dusty. 87%. That went down an absolute gem. These two could well feud after Dustin Rhodes and Rick Steiner have finished their little kerfuffle. I like these two. They work well together and they like working together. So big plans for Dustin Rhodes and certainly big plans for Jeff Jarrett as he retains his US title. Inside is totally buff. A better rating than I thought it would be, actually. Match quality was as I expected, and the crowd reaction maybe a little bit better, so I'm pleased with that. They won cleanly over Totally Buff. We've got Booker T and Kanyon coming up next. I think the fans will love a Texas death match between them. 89%. These two guys, their careers are going to soar after this feud. I mean, Booker T's already main event status, but it's going to do Kanyon for world of good. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. And for crowd, for match, everything spot on. Now, I'm nervous about the main event. I'm hoping it'll be at least mid-80s. I think the crowd reaction should be at least 90. So let's have a look. Wow, look at that. Okay, match quality was really bad, which is disappointing. But look at that crowd reaction, 100%. Overall rating, 87%. The world titles gained image. Scott Steiner is still champion, and I think we're going to smash that record of 74%. Look at that, 78%. This is the turning point for WCW. What a pay-per-view. Crowbar and Bam Bam Bigelow was the worst segment, for worst match on the card, but it was still decent. And everything else was either really good or just solid mid-card stuff. So obviously the standouts, Booker T, Kanyon, Steiner, Sting, and Jarrett and Rhodes. I'm really liking the way this is going at the minute. And Sid Vicious and Goldberg didn't even appear at this event. So that's really pleasing. We have got a lot of talent here. Let's see what the buy rate was. I think for Sin it was 0 point something, so that is really good. 1.14, and we had the fan festival beforehand. We made a lot of money. Goldberg wants to. Oh, stop it, Goldberg! You said you wanted to. You've just been in a feud with him. Mike Sanders would like to work with Norman Smiley. You already have, but yeah, let's do it again. That will help Norman Smiley. Booker T and Kanyon work well together. I know they're about to end a feud, and they've been feuding for over a month now, so I should know if they work well together. Nash and DDP, yeah, they work together. Really good overall. Very satisfactory event, and I'm excited for Monday Nitro, which is going to be the next episode. Let me work out what's going to happen, and I will get back with another video.